Hey y'all, welcome to the Clock Tower. I'm Colton, here with Brandon. 5 cards, 5 minutes, uncommons, commons, and crucially trial deck cards for Dragon Maid. Brandon, what's our first card?
First up, we have Poolside Temptation Tohru. So it's a 3/5 center runner, and the detriment to get to that power is your opponents can pay 2 to Encore. This is a pretty solid center runner that's going to help you plus at 0.
Jokes aside, this card is actually probably the most powerful piece in the entire set. If you get this in your opening hand, you are plussing 1 95% of the time. This is extremely hard to remove from board at 0, and the downside on this card is completely fake. There aren't a ton of things that can kill this. If you're going first and you open this card, you're plussing 1 basically every time. Next, Beachside Invitation. Kanna is a drop searcher, but in addition to being a drop searcher, it also grants the other character in the middle position of the center stage 1 soul. Usually we don't talk about drop searchers here because it's a drop searcher. It just does drop searcher things. But that +1 soul is actually super interesting and useful, in particular in the 8-bar build, where you build towards a top end with the Ilulu that we talked about last time. This grants you even more soul manipulation, so you can side for even more specific, bigger numbers. This is a super useful piece in a set that has multiple other ways to manipulate soul. Just dropping this to go get your Ilulu level 3 and then using its second ability on that combo turn just makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, +1 for Soul Rush. Next up, we have the Extremist of Chaos Faction, Iru. So during this card's battle, your opponent can't play backups, so they can't defend themselves really against this card. When it attacks, if it's facing level 2, it gains an additional 6,000 power. So it's a level 1 4k base, but gets an additional 6k against level 2s. This is a really helpful piece to go up against different standby boards or playing up against change packages into level 2. Being able to be costless but hit up to 10k is a very valuable piece to be able to play into kind of that standby game for not paying additional stock at that point.
This is a nice little piece of tech that deals with those 2/2 standby targets, which are still very prevalent in the current meta. So many good decks are running these level 2 pieces. This just beats them, and your opponent can't play a backup. So, especially the ones that don't have hand on core, this just takes care of that, getting to really nice power thresholds, especially because there is so much power pump in this set. It's pretty easy to get this even higher so that you can clear anything that has back row support. Next, a level 1 combo from the trial deck. Self-proclaimed best Maid Tohru. On your turn, this card gets 2,000 power. When it gets a reverse, you can look it up to 4, add 1, and give 2,000 to something else. We've seen this combo several times. We don't usually see it in the trial deck rarity, which is, I think, what makes it most interesting. It also is on a good trigger. This is one of the 2 level 1 combos that we're seeing most people choose. On reverse combos still don't feel great. Not gonna lie, I don't love on reverse combos just because they're still easy to deny, either through creating a massive board state, which this won't have as much issue with just because, again, Dragon Maid has a lot of power pump in it. But if your opponent just crashes out their board and you have your combo in hand, but you're not going to plus off of it, it just doesn't feel very good to just slam your combo pieces into an empty board when they need a reverse.
It does sit at 7/5 on attack with the climax, so it's actually pretty strong already. So being able to power up another lane, if you have another one of these, to 9/5 in your second swing, pretty powerful without any additional kind of power pump. So definitely a pretty decent power line for level 1 combo. Last up, we have the event, High Five of Trust. Remove one of your characters from stage to waiting room in order to search your deck for a climax. So this is immediately climax fixing from stage to be able to maybe turn one of the characters from your back row into the climax. Notably, you can play this as early as level 1, so you could use this for your level 1 combo or your level 3 combo.
Climax Assurance in the set's best color. I love this. The level 1 combo can add it to hand because it top checks 3 and adds anything. Using this does not feel bad. It is a combo enabler and a tech piece in any deck that's running green, which is going to be most of them. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back on Tuesday. The big Dragon Maid video drops then. We're talking about the whole set, basically. All the decks that you can play in Dragon Maid. We're talking about that on Tuesday. We will have gameplay for Dragon Maid on Thursday. And then the following Tuesday, another Clock Talk. Until next time, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And have a good one.
We'll see you then.